know this is hard for you, but winter is coming. We know what's coming with it. We can't face it alone.
This stands true especially for Europe, and here's why.
The euro fell below parity with the US dollar on Monday for the second time this year, sinking to levels not seen since it was first introduced. The currency fell by as much as 0.9%, meaning it's now trading at levels last seen in 2002. It comes as the Eurozone faces rising inflation amid fears of an energy crisis this winter, as Russia threatens to squeeze its gas deliveries to the continent.
The effects of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine have started to show themselves as future gas prices at the tidal transfer facility reached €325 per megawatt hour, an astronomical amount compared to €27 set a year ago. This new record high was in response to Russia's unexpected announcement that Nord Stream 1, the gas pipeline connecting Russia and Germany, would soon be shut down for a 3-day maintenance procedure. Following completion of the same, transmission will resume at a rate of 33 million cubic meters per day, which is 20% of its maximum daily capacity of 167 million cubic meters. Politicians in Europe are outraged by this action and accuse Russia of using energy supplies to the continent as a weapon to exert pressure on nations. But Russia cannot be the only one held responsible for crippling the entire continent. Even before the pandemic, Europe has been in a constant state of crisis. High levels of public debt have caused a period of economic uncertainty since 2009, particularly in the pigs. No, we're not talking about the animal, but rather the 5 nations of Portugal, Italy, Ireland, Greece, and Spain.
In October 2009, a rude surprise from Greece. A budget deficit predicted to be around 3% of GDP was actually 12%. Foreign investors who have been buying Greece's debt panicked. By early 2010, they had started to charge more and more to lend to Greece.
And so the first sort of shock, if you like, to the euro system was the knowledge that Greece actually was borrowing far more than people had thought.
In a very similar fashion to Greece, the housing bubble burst in Spain and a shattered domestic sector in Ireland and sluggish economic growth in Portugal and Italy presented a threat to the survival of the euro. Since the EU's bailout plan largely depended on Germany bearing the debt load of those 5 countries, they have been paying the price for Eurozone's economic mismanagement ever since. Then, in 2020, as the pandemic struck the entire world, we all witnessed a dangerous level of humanitarian crisis, especially in Europe. Furthermore, the tourism sector has also been affected since then, which is unfortunate because that sector plays a very important role in the overall shaping of the European identity. To sum it all up, with inflation numbers hitting 50-year highs and cost of living increasing with a very cold winter approaching, the travel sector is hamstrung by labor shortages as well as workers laid off during the pandemic who are reluctant to return. The effect of the same was seen when key airports such as Frankfurt and London Heathrow were forced to cap flights simply because they lacked the staff to process passengers. The future of Europe does appear to be bleak. So what are the various solutions available for them to get out of this situation now? One of the strategies is to pump more money into the economy that is already crippled by soaring inflation with the help of the deficit tariff scheme.
Hey fellas, look what I found in my pocket. Look, a year's salary right here. What I call them? Fun coupons. See that? A fun coupon. Come on the sloop, John B. Grandfather and me.
As per this, they intend to maintain the current levels of customer billing while compensating suppliers for the difference. As per analysts, the concept may seem straightforward, but implementing it could end up costing the government a lot, roughly £116 billion, if gas prices don't stabilize within the next 2 years. On the other hand, Germany, the backbone of the entire Eurozone, is unable to make up for an 80% reduction in Russian gas supply without a significant cut in demand, otherwise risking a wintertime recession. The only way to balance the decrease in supply is to decrease demand, and Project Thermostat is all about doing just that. While France has frozen individual gas prices, Italy, Spain, and Germany have decided to reduce heating and air conditioning in schools and on public transportation. Even the use of coal and solar energy is being considered as a way to lessen reliance on oil and gas supplies. Another possibility is that, just like in the past, the IMF considers yet another bailout program for the Eurozone. It has already assisted Greece in the past by providing 3 successive bailouts from 2010 to 2018, totaling approximately 300 billion euros. Having said that, it appears that supporting Ukraine throughout this conflict has cost Europe its entire economy, as they are now at the epicenter of an upcoming global recession. Our IT sector may experience a spillover effect from the same because it could slow down their earnings growth. That's all from our side. If you liked our content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.